Before we get started with this new video, I would like for you to subscribe, like, and comment on the video. Do that for your boy.
Body the Beat Global, that's my boss, man.
What's going on, my good people? Hope everybody doing good. I'm back with part 2 of what really happened to Kenneka Jenkins. So let's get to it. But before I get started, just let me say this. This is not about competition. This is about getting justice for Kenneka. So I'm not in competition with no YouTube content creator in this community. Matter of fact, I salute a lot of y'all. Not all, but a lot of y'all. Now we can get to business. Now I feel like a lot of people should be familiar with Francis Cave. Of course, he was the security guard that was working that night. Now I'm not the type of person to put out theories. I'm telling you what I see and what I feel. I feel when Kenneka went to the back of that kitchen, she came back out of that damn kitchen. So what I decided to do was just pay attention to people that was there that night and how they was moving, what they were doing around the time that Kenneka went to the back of that kitchen, which we all know was around 3:31, 3:32. Of course, the next person we see on this footage was the beverage manager. But I know a lot of people wanted to know, where was I going with my last video, with part 1? Well, let's break this down.
Another thing that was so crazy is that when we was all leaving, like when everybody was leaving, like 5, was like, okay, we can't find it, and everybody was going back to their car. We left something in the room. We was all from getting the car, like, oh, I left something in the room. Right. Ran back upstairs to go get something. Got back on the elevator, went in the room, grabbed it, came back out the room. As I'm walking out, I hear something, I turn around. Guess who I see? Please don't say it. I see the security guard.
So after watching footage, reading statements, things like that, those things caught my attention. So I said, you know what? Let's start with Francis. And this is what it led me to. So since I believe Kenneka did not walk in that freezer and she came up out of there, I said, well, let's see what people was doing around the time that she would have came back from that freezer area. And it led me to Francis Cave first. So here you will see Francis enter the screen at 3:29:39. And he will exit the screen 3:29:46. So what was Kenneka doing at that time? So of course he came out at 3:29:39. So I went back a little bit further to see what, or maybe if he was watching footage of Kenneka. This is what she was doing around that time, right? Now let me say this. I have no proof that he was watching her on camera, but it is suspicious that he left around this time. And he was gone for 30 minutes. Now at this time that he's leaving the front desk, he was supposedly going to hand out folios to the guests at the hotel. So remember, he left out of frame at 3:29:46. This is when he returned. It's 4 o'clock. Now remember, in his statement, he said he got a call on his walkie-talkie that 3 girls were walking around on the 9th floor. And who do you see him coming down with? Bree, Shamaya, and Monifa. Now in his statement, he said he was handing out folios to various rooms, not all of them.
Do you think someone in that room, the night of the party, Rosemont, the current class is the name of it, correct?
Yeah.
On the night tour, someone that was at your party, do you think someone harmed Kenneka Jenkins?
No, I don't think they harmed.
Do you think someone that was in the hotel harmed Kenneka Jenkins?
Yeah, I think so. I really deeply in my heart think so.
Now that's 2 of the party goers who feel like somebody at the hotel had something to do with it. Now a lot will say, well, they will definitely push it off on somebody else at the hotel if they had something to do with it. Okay, I understand that. But I don't think these kids know what the fuck happened to her. Somebody at that hotel did something to Kenneka. So if I feel that way, why not start with somebody that works for the hotel? And that's why I started with Francis Cave. Now, like I stated earlier, I have no 100% proof. But you seen what I just seen, right? Now remember, Francis Cave told the officer in his statement that he was leaving the country starting on the 22nd of September. Now, it could have been a pre-planned vacation. Who knows? But why did he tell him that? Did he tell him that because he knew they would probably want to question him again? I don't know. Now, I could lie to you and say this footage that you're watching is him leaving the country. But honestly, it looks like he's in Las Vegas somewhere. I'm not going to do that type of shit because that's not me. But I will say this. This was after the death of Kenneka, and it sure looked like he's living his life and enjoying it. So why I picked out Francis Cave? Because he have time that's not accounted for. During the time that Kenneka came out of that freezer, or that freezer area, we didn't see him nowhere on camera. You won't see him nowhere on camera. I checked. But you will see him leave the front desk at 3:29 and then return at 4 o'clock. Was he really checking folios? I don't know. There's no proof of it. Do I think he had something to do with it? My gut instincts say, yep. Remember, this was brought up a long time ago, but I feel like we tend to cut things off too fast. Use your head. Think with logic. When facts are presented before you, you have to accept it. But just because someone says, I feel this way, that means everything after that is their opinion. Facts are different. Y'all stay tuned, man. I'll be back. Oh, I ain't finished. Y'all be safe. Y'all be easy. One love.
Body the Beat Global. That's my boss man.
Ooh.